Good evening. My name is Supreme Apostle Baksay. I'm Supreme Apostle, Supreme Lord Jesus Christ, in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, standing in Salt Lake City in Utah, in the U.S. I remember before I was baptized in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, I received such a strong desire to be extremely fit. And I am very grateful for that desire. This evening we have a Halloween here in London. There's lots of pumpkins sold and lots of images there. I think we still don't have anymore. I think we are with Christianity so far that the Halloween shall be really top model images sale or a card sale, the business of top model images. I myself decided to turn top model, and that's maybe because there is still in me a great part of the great desire that I had while my parents still lived or my mother still lived. I was very successful. But actually not as successful as Olympic winners or national winners, but almost to the national level. I was a fitness. I, for example, was one of the 100 or maybe 500 of the Leontin Vinton Fitness. Leontin Vinton School of Fitness, and I was already in ninth grade of student grades on 12th grade of students, and I already was in student grade number 9. And from Mussola at that time was not many who could reach, I think it was 1999, so I reached ninth grade and I met with the Grandmaster Leon Ting, and I would rather win the Olympic Games, for example, in wrestling at that time. But also the meeting with the Leon Ting Grandmaster was a wonderful experience, especially that I was already quite high among students. I was in senior level 9 from 12 student grades, and that's really wonderful that I had. I also was passing a test to university, and actually I remember that was subject as trainer and coach, Department of Fitness, and I from about 150 students. Something it was 250, so I'll check it out once more. How many was there? So I was 70th from 250. So that's not extremely celebration, but I was passing the test. So I passed, I was above the line of those who was passing. I just was actually not admitted to school because I was taking after now I received information there was 400 students striving to pass the test, and I was 120th. Also, no, I am actually sure that I passed it. I was above the line of those who passed the test, and I was under the line of those who actually was admitted. So I was not admitted. I think it was about 6 students that passed the test, but was not admitted. And I was really maybe President Hinckley against my admission. So otherwise, I don't know the reason why we did not take the remaining six. From all those who are admitted. But President Hinckley was pleasing me. I received a certificate of honor by President Manwaring after I was receiving certificates of residence. President Hinckley personally was signing certificate of residence to me and sent to my home. And I was named worthy to serve a full-time proselytizing mission, the Amnesty President and Crime Control mission. I'm not saying that President Manwaring was exceedingly pleasing me, but he was pleasing as much as he passed the certificates with honor to me. I was thinking that President Manwaring will choose him to be AP already since first day I appeared. I'm sure that as President Manwaring was the AP, there was maybe after half year of service, and the time as did Dieter Robert Anton Manson was serving. Dieter Robert Anton Manson is my Baptist. He's approximately the same age as President John Lawrence Manwaring. And Dieter Mansion's son, Jan Dieter Mansion, was a confirmed member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And they were serving Dieter Robert Anton Mansion and President John Lawrence Manwaring in the same time. It's just Dieter Robert Anton Manson was baptizing me, and his son confirmed me, and I was actually also housed by Dieter Robert Anton Manson. And then Dieter Robert Anton Manson, he was not really getting any presidency higher than a bishopric since, and he was in the temple mission only missionary. And President Manwaring was promoted in state presidency, and was also promoted to be mission president. I would like to know something more about Dieter Robert Anton Manson. Maybe this video might be helpful if anybody would like to forward the video to family Manson and also to family Manwaring. I would like to know how they're doing. I'm not saying that I always was only filled with exceedingly holy love there to these two families, but I am feeling gratitude, and I'm expressing my desire to the Most High Heavenly Eternal Supreme Father, the Father in heaven, the Eternal Father in heaven, people him, and he has Chastity Eternal, only begotten Son of flesh, Supreme Lord Jesus Christ, Yahweh. I'm expressing my desire to be more grateful for those blessings we have at this time. Thanksgiving is Halloween evening, 31st of October, 2013. I think that we shall be grateful at Thanksgiving. I don't have any pumpkin at home, but I just had some white Magnum ice cream with the white chocolate, and it was also such a peel over, a chocolate peel, and then inside was such a soft white filling, like a pumpkin. I think that we shall do some more beautiful Halloweens in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Personally, I am actually for the movement that I do. It is petition activity. According to petition activity, members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints are supposed to be translated to heaven's glory and ascend to heaven at about this time, due time of Jesus Christ, that not any sorts of mysticism of Joseph Smith or youngism of Brigham Young, to hide themselves in a lazy grave and to wait until resurrection and decomposition, but really diligent love one to another. There was not any war at Rammstein, Frankfurt, the German mission against Slovaks or against any other Cold War enemies, but really celebration of freedom, a marvelous celebration of freedom. And I hear sisters from those times of Manwaring to do Celebration of Freedom Scholarship, and I did not even get to apply. But since I get to apply in 2010, there was still Celebration of Freedom Scholarship in 2010. And that's why first time I could apply for Freedom University Studies. So it was almost Saturday that I could not apply earlier. Right now in Regent Store, it's called Apple Store in Regent Street. And what we do here, we are striving to persuade members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints that we might have translated beings at this time. We might have members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints who translated to heaven's glory. We might have ascension to heaven in this time, about in 16 years of this 21st century. 2013 is the first 10 year. In the 20th century, we have on October the 31st, 2013. And I, Slovak citizen, Slovak national, that I'm aspiring for office of President of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints to be elected on a General Board about the form of President of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And will feature on General Board of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints about the form of Presidency named Supreme Apostle Baksay, and proclaiming myself to be a promised Shiloh. Many said that Shiloh is Jesus Christ, and it is true that I can hold this glorious name of Jesus Christ only in the name of Jesus Christ, if you hold the name. And Jesus Christ being Master of Mystery and Apostle Baksay, Jesus Christ our Supreme Lord, His Chastity eternal, only begotten Son of flesh. I would like to obtain all these glorious gifts that ELOHIM granted to Yahweh, that He is the only begotten Son of flesh. I would like to have also such wonderful sparing protection of Him. to have a free agency and to be really translate to heaven's door. As soon as the atonement of the only begotten Jesus Christ, who was begotten in Nazareth, born in Bethlehem, he has known to me. Now, we have remaining all the institutes of society. Some believe that Jesus Christ was atoning. That he said that it is atoned for my people's atoned. In heaven, as the Spirit said, it is atoned. But then he was persuaded to not obtain a body in heaven, as ELOHIM had, but Yahweh went down to earth. So it began from the word of the Spirit, it began really birth of child that he was cast down from heaven. And now there are those who are for crucifixion, and they are saying, how can that be that our word is less than Jesus Christ? How it is that our word, that Jesus did by the word atone for sins of his people, that our word is not infinite and eternal. And it's true, so brothers and sisters, our word is infinite and eternal, not as much as Jesus Christ's word. So Supreme Lord Jesus Christ, atoned by the supreme word of the supreme being, Yahweh is really the greatest from all creation is of Christ. Jesus Christ created us, we also are actually infinite eternal. Our word is also infinite eternal. We just need to ask Jesus Christ for direction. Jesus Christ will abrogate us. If he is our abrogated Father, we still accomplish something greater. And here it is, verse 6, how can we accomplish anything greater than the great Yahweh did accomplish? Maybe if we believe that, because through his atonement, according to his free agency, we might have free agency, we might keep his commandments, and it might be revealed to us how can we forgive one another. For is that possible to be forgiving of our sins if President Hinckley was forgiving only as much as he was personally 94 years old, maybe 96, somewhere I'm checking, he was maybe even 98. And yeah, he was 98 years old. It's really considerable age. President Hinckley was quite good in forgiving. President Hinckley was forgiving so wonderfully that he actually passed away into decomposition following his wife. Master Hinckley and Gordon Hinckley died in 2008. In the circle of his family reported that I did was an Amnesty president nearby, only because I was not admitted to be an Amnesty president TV chair. So I was applying, and Mr. Hinckley was appearing, and a great vision to me that I shall go somewhere where he wants me to go, where it is. And now I see vision, it's foolish vision. I was actually in vision, I see only I've seen maybe the MC Preston or Preston Tampa. So there was not very strong vision. First I was seeing Czech Prague mission, and I was Czech President Slovakia, Czech Prague mission's President Slovakia. And he was actually follower, the successor of Mission President Jost. And Mission President Jost was successor of Mission President Charitable. And Mission President Charitable was their president that was receiving me into their level of full-time proselytizing missionaries from the setting of the Czechoslovak Socialist Republic, Czechoslovak Federative Republic, and this Warsaw Pact, and Visegrad, 4 countries in the Visegrad, 3 countries. And then it was Slovak Republic, was actually not admitted into European Union. In 2002, by the Iceland Apostle Baksay received a calling to the country that was not in the European Union, nor in North American organization. So we had visas, in need of visas. And visas was needed to England. I'm not sure to Germany. Maybe to Germany was not needed. It is because of my very understanding all about visas there. Some officers, how Slovaks was permitted to have visas. I would like to know myself how it was that I didn't have visas to Germany. So I did need visas. So I had a stick, and this was stolen in Neighbours number 9 on the way from London Central London to Heathrow Airport. It was long, about 16 miles journey. Through all these junctions, are about 1,000 junctions to Heathrow Airport, and I slept, and my bag was stolen, and passport inside, all the visas stolen. But it was a long time afterwards. It was maybe in 2005, so it's 1 year after my mandate finished by President Hinckley. I think that we are supposed to concentrate on this main subject, and that's that we're supposed to be translated to heaven's glory and sent to heaven. All these stories will help us maybe to understand the general conference. But if I invite members of the Church of Congregations to be now translated to heaven's glory, so now ascend to heaven, would they see the difference? Would they keep the word of wisdom to the level that we might partake on of those herbs only that are pleasing to the sight of God only, and good for food inside her only through thanksgiving. Brothers and sisters, then we'll preach the equality of the household of heaven as in Jesus